Hey guys, week 15, let's get right into these picks. First one, Thursday night, LA at Seattle. Seattle, they're coming off a tough loss. And when I mean tough, they got killed. But they have a chance to redeem themselves against LA. LA's beaten them the last 3 times. They're not going to beat them a 4th. Going with Seattle on this one. They're playing at home, coming off a tough loss. And against the division rival that's beaten them the last 3 times. I'm going to go with the home team on this one. Saturday night game. Who'd have thought? Miami at the Jets. Miami, they've lost Tannehill. They lost Pouncey. But Matt Moore is a capable backup, and they still have enough talent to beat the Jets. Look, the Jets, they are not doing well this year. Let's face it. Bryce Petty's only making his 3rd start. I think Miami will find a way to win this game. Philadelphia at Baltimore. The Battle of the Birds. Sorry, Eagles fans. Sorry, I'm trying to... I tried to point to the poster right there, and I can't. I'm going with Baltimore on this one. Baltimore's coming off a tough loss against New England, and they're playing at home, and they have to win the last 3 games to win to get to the playoffs, to win the division, really. But they're going to get to Carson Wentz, and the Eagles, they're still a relatively young team. Let's face it, they're still a relatively young team. But they have a bright future. Don't forget that. Cleveland at Buffalo. Cleveland still has not won a game. Buffalo, they are trying to prove that they can still do something this year. I'm going to go with Buffalo at home. Because, like I said, Cleveland still not won a game. And I just don't see them doing it in Buffalo. Buffalo's got a lot to play for right now. Green Bay at Chicago, the oldest rivalry in the NFL. This is going to be a great game. Even when Chicago struggles, I still think they're going to give a good fight to the Packers, I think. Like I said, it's a divisional game. Anything can happen. Green Bay wins. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. At first glance, you think, maybe Pittsburgh's just going to thrash them. Maybe not. And hear me out. Pittsburgh, yes, they're leading the division right now. But Cincinnati, they would love nothing more than to spoil the Pittsburgh Steelers season after what happened in the wild card round and earlier this year in their stadium. But I'm still going with Pittsburgh. I just think Pittsburgh, they just have enough talent to where they're going to find a way to win against the Bengals. Bengals have just had a tough year. Now, better luck next year, Cincinnati. Jacksonville at Houston. Give me Houston on this one. Jacksonville, I don't know what happened. It looked like they were going to turn into a solid team this year. And then I know I've said this so many times, but they've fallen off the edge of a cliff. So Houston wins, keep their division lead. Tennessee at Kansas City. Both these teams have something to fight for. Tennessee's trying to stay in the wild card round. Is trying to fight for that last wild card spot. Sorry, KC, they're trying to fight for the division. Give me KC in Arrowhead. You'd be surprised. People keep forgetting how loud that stadium can get. I mean, that's the 2nd loudest stadium in the league. And that's saying something. Some of these stadiums can get pretty loud. It's an outdoor stadium. That's the tough... I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow. The fact that the 2 loudest stadiums are both outdoor stadiums. It's crazy. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Indianapolis at Minnesota. This one was a tough one for me. Because both these teams, they're fighting. Minnesota's fighting to stay in the playoff race. Indianapolis, they're fighting for the division title. I'm going to go with Minnesota only because they're at home. But this game could go either way. Detroit at the Giants. The Giants have won the wild card spots. Detroit, they are fighting for the division and a first-round bye. But I'm going to go with the Giants in the Meadowlands. I just don't know if Detroit's going to be able to pull it off this week. Something's got to give for them. And I just think it's going to be this week. New Orleans at Arizona. New Orleans, again, they're trying to fight for a playoff spot, trying to fight to stay in the division. I'm going to go with them over Arizona only because Arizona, they were trying to get to 500 last week, couldn't. I just don't know they have enough to beat Arizona and stop that offense. San Francisco at Atlanta. San Francisco only 1 victory this year. Atlanta, they are leading the division, and I say they keep their division lead. I'm going with Atlanta in this one. New England at Denver. New England has only lost 2 games. Denver has the last playoff spot. Both these teams have a lot to fight for. But again, I'm going with New England because they are just unstoppable right now. As of right now, they are unstoppable. Brady is just having the season of his life right now. He's only thrown two interceptions. I mean, if he only throws 2 interceptions, that would be a season low for him. And he threw 4 interceptions 1 year. All year. And I know he missed the first 4 games, but still, he's on fire right now. Oakland at San Diego. Oakland, they need to win to try to keep this division tight. Because remember, KC now holds the tiebreaker. But I'm still going with Oakland over San Diego. I just think Oakland, they have enough to where they can rebound pretty quickly. Tampa Bay at Dallas. Give me Dallas on this one. They're coming off a tough loss against the Giants. Tampa Bay, they have the last wild card spot. They're going to be fighting for it, but I just don't think they have enough to beat Dallas in Dallas. And finally, Carolina at Washington. Carolina just trying to show, hey, the season's not a complete waste. We can still win games. Washington, they're trying to fight for that last wild card spot. I'm going to go with Carolina on this one, only because I just think something big is going to happen in this game that's going to play into Carolina's favor. It's the only reason. Only reason I think something big is going to happen. It's just a gut feeling. You know, sometimes I have those. Anyway, so those are my picks for this week. But I'm not done. I just want to say this. The early enrollees for college recruits, the early enrollees, they can now sign their letter of intent. And the reason I'm pulling this up is, within the next few days, I'll be doing a video where I will be going through the top 10 classes according to 24/7 Sports. That's the one I look at. So I'll be doing that. And I'll give you my predictions on whether those teams are going to stay in the top 10 or they're going to fall out. Last time I checked, it's some pretty good classes in there. And I will be going through their best recruits and really the highlights of their classes right now. And there's going to be a difference. You'll see. And I'm going to be going through who has been the most surprising college team, who's been the most disappointing, although I think we all can figure that one out. And that's it. Okay? So, within the next few days, I'll be putting that video out. My picks are done for this week. See you guys next time.